Welcome to the show. A political earthquake is unfolding in Hungary with partial results from the parliamentary election showing a gigantic victory for opposition leader Péter Magyar over Viktor Orban. That would bring his 16-year rule to an abrupt halt. Cheers have sounded throughout the Magyar camp just as he confirmed he received a message from Orban conceding his defeat and congratulating Magyar for the win. For the outgoing Prime Minister, it's time to lick his wounds. He's called it a painful defeat in the polls. But congratulations for Magyar have flooded in from across Europe. Ursula von der Leyen has called it a victory for Europe. Emmanuel Macron says that it shows that Hungary attached to European values. And Germany's Friedrich Merz has also praised it. He says he's looking forward to working together, as well as Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez. All very excited. There is Ursula von der Leyen's response. Well, let's bring in Armen, Georgian, as partial results show that 87.82% of the vote have been counted, and TISA is on course for 138 seats in Parliament. That's above the 133 needed for two-thirds majority.
Yeah, that's right, Jean-Emile. This would be, if confirmed, a supermajority, which would enable TISA to do all kinds of things that many probably were wondering if it would actually come to pass. It's quite a festive atmosphere. A lot of people just walking down the street along the Danube. We're just opposite the Parliament building, nicely lit up here in Budapest. And I'm with Tamás Harangozó, who is the deputy leader of the Socialist group in the Hungarian Parliament. Tamás, thanks for being on the program. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. Thank you very much.
This is obviously a huge change, a huge result. How are you feeling about this tonight?
Now everybody can see it. It's a rebellion. It's a peaceful revolution. What happened today in Hungary? It's not quiet revolution, as you can hear it. It's like a festival on the streets, and it's not in a party center. It's on the streets. As the way we came here, people were just pushing the horn in the car, and people were cheering them. It's just fantastic. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's after 16 years. A lot of people here obviously have only known Orban and Fidesz for their adult lives. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of young people here on the streets as well. But just wanted to maybe point out that your group, the Socialists, you didn't contest, did you? You stood your candidates down in this election in order to give the best chance for this result to happen. So you must be feeling pretty vindicated on that right now.
Yeah, a little bit controversial. Yeah. But look, we still have mayors in Budapest, in the countryside, big towns. My party has local branches. We just, in January, February, we just felt this rebel. And inside our party, the decision was made that it's not about our personal life. It's not about our personal career. I'm member of parliament since 2010, and it's now over. It's about change must have come in our country. And we have to go back to Europe because unless it would be an unlivable country for like-minded people. And as we see, many millions are like-minded.
But of course, you know, it's worth, again, explaining maybe for our viewers that a contest between Péter Magyar and Viktor Orban was between a conservative and an ultra-conservative. Of course, very different people on the right, different policies, but are you bothered by the fact that I know you say there's obviously socialists locally, but the national direction will still be pretty right-wing on things like asylum and immigration, perhaps Ukrainian refugees, things like that?
Yeah, these policies are number two. Number one, the question in this country was Orban or not, Putin or not, Russia or Europe, and it overrided everything. You can believe me, and that's what we heard from our own supporters. First, we have to take back this country to the Western European democratic countries' way. Then, secondly, if now TISA with the two-thirds majority can do it, if they deliver what they promised to this country, then in the upcoming elections, I think a new left social democratic movement will be one of the most favorable. But today it's not about ideologies. It's today not about party politics. It was about what you see on the streets. It's much more than party politics.
Yeah, so the first question was Orban or not Orban. That's important to point out. And just on a final point, Tamás, so when you talk about return to Europe, I mean, a lot of things are going to change, I guess also in this part of Europe, because of course there was this whole alignment with Robert Fico in Slovakia as well. What concretely do you think is going to change then internationally?
I think there's going to be a strong support from EPP, which is, of course, I think the biggest group now.
The European People's Party in the European Parliament.
Parliament and all the member parties. Still, when it comes to democratic issues, I think our Socialist Democrats group will be also there for supporting even this new government. Of course, I think the Visegrad Four should be re-established with Fico or without him, but it doesn't really count. If Hungary and Poland can strengthen our coalition, it's a quite important thing. And I really hope that Hungary can get back our reputation in the EU and in the NATO also, because one thing I think every decent, not idiot people in Hungary knows, next to the Ukrainian war, that the guarantee of the peace in Hungary and the guarantee of the security of Hungarian people, number one and firstly, is coming from NATO and the collective security of NATO.
Okay, well, a lot of interesting points there made by my guest. As you can hear there, a lot is going to change for Hungary and for Hungary's relationships with Europe, within NATO, within the European Union, relationships with neighboring countries like Slovakia, with Poland. I think it's fair to say Donald Tusk in Poland has been dreaming about this result that just happened here tonight. And of course, crucially, the relationship with Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, who was here to support Orban just a few days ago, I think it was. So we'll leave it there, but thank you so much, Tamás, for being my guest.
Very much.
Back to you in the studio now.
Armen, thank you. That's absolutely terrific. They're coming from Budapest, just summing up all the events as Péter Magyar takes a huge majority going into the final stretch.